Okay, so let's start this session by writing down the simplest programs that we can write in C. So I had actually mentioned that I will be taking the difference between local and global variables this time, but then I have changed my decision again because I have not taken printf and scanf statements till now. So until and unless you understand how to accept inputs and how to print them, I don't think that teaching the difference between local and global variables will be easy. So we'll start with first familiarizing input and output statements. So I'm going to write a simple program. As I had mentioned in my last video, we have a structure in which a program should be written. So I hope that you have listened to that video. So first we have to write our preprocessor directives. So I am starting with hash include stdio.h. Sorry. Okay, and okay, here I am including one more header file known as conio.h. Here I am actually doing programs using Dev C++ IDE, but for those who are using Turbo C++, for them this conio.h should be included when you write the program. So that is the reason why even I am including that here, even though Dev C++ does not require this conio.h to clear the screen and to call the getch function and all that, but still I'm writing it for your easiness. So after writing conio.h, the next step is to write the void main function. Okay, you can either use int main or void main, and then start with the curly braces. Here in Dev C++, I will get the pair of curly braces when I click on the left curly braces. So I got the pair. So within the curly braces pair, I am going to write whatever I need to write. So this program is all about printing some lines. Okay, printing, maybe I'll give a program header as to see within comments. I'm going to write that what this program is all about. Program to print personal details. Okay, so yes, I am going to use printf function. Now printf is the common function that we use to get something displayed on the monitor. So the syntax goes like this. You can write printf and terminate with a semicolon. Now move along within the parenthesis and put double quotes. Whatever you have to print should be inside double quotes. So here I am going to print some personal details. So let me first print a name. Serah, Maria, George. Okay, I'm going to print a name. So we'll go just check and see how this works. Okay, since I have used void main, I'm not writing return 0 as my last statement. We'll just save this, compile and run and look the output, how the output looks. Okay, now for your information, when I am doing programs like this, errors can happen. Okay, don't think that a teacher will not get any errors. So errors can happen, but I will rectify the errors in front of you so that it will be easy for you to correct your errors in your lab sessions. Okay, so yes, I'm going to compile. I'm going to run. See, I got my output. I hope that you can see my output. Yes, you can see it. So I got Sarah, Maria, George at the topmost left corner of my output window. Okay, now if I am going to print another statement, okay, suppose I am going to print um, where I am from. Okay, so I'm going to print Trivandrum. Okay, we'll go save this and we'll go compile, run this. See how the output looks. Sarah Maria George, and just next to George I get Trivandrum. Okay, is this how an output should look like? No, absolutely not. We have to get Trivandrum to the next line. So how will I do that first of all? Okay, let me teach you. Here in the editor, you can see that Sarah Maria George lies on one line and Trivandrum lies on another printf statement in the next line. But if you are not explicitly instructing the compiler to go to the next line and print Trivandrum, the compiler will not do so. You have to explicitly mention that you want Trivandrum in the next line. So how will you do that? Put backslash and n just before starting Trivandrum. Okay, so this backslash and n indicates a new line. Okay, the n indicates the new line, and putting a backslash before n actually tells the compiler not to print the character n, but take it as a new line, take it as an instruction to print that statement in the next line. So I hope you understood that there are a lot of sequence combinations that come with the backslash, and all those things are actually called as escape sequences, because here in this printf statement where you can see Trivandrum written and a new line escape sequence added, here actually the n is being escaped by the compiler, so that that instruction to escape n without printing n on the monitor actually the control lies in the backslash. So when backslash is typed along with n, the compiler takes it as an instruction to print that line in the next line. Okay, I hope you understood that. So we'll just go and see the output. See, Trivandrum came in the next line, but still the output is not that proper. So I want to modify this output. I will show you how I am going to modify this output. Now, uh, including this slash n, backslash n along with Trivandrum looks a bit shabby. So what I usually prefer is to give a separate printf statement, okay, and a backslash n there, instead of writing backslash n along with what we have to actually print along with our original data. Now I think the program looks better. We'll go and see what the output is. Yes, the output has not changed. We have Trivandrum in the next line, but here in the editor it is comparatively neat and clean compared to the last the previous thing that I showed you. Okay, now what I want to add here is, see, this is a program to print personal details, right? So I need to have a header. Okay, header. I am going to include a header called personal, or shall I put it in caps lock, personal details. Okay, and printf new line. Let's see how this output is. See, personal details, and below that we get the name and the place name. But here, like, people who doesn't know in Trivandrum is a place, so they will get confused with the names. So I need to modify this program again. See how I'm going to modify. my program. I'm writing name, place. Okay, I'll go and show how the result gets changed. See, name and place. Now you can see that personal details, and name and place, everything is like left aligned. So I need to shift personal details a bit more towards the right. I feel that will be better. So how can I do that? So there is another escape sequence \t, which represents tab. Okay, so I am going to use that tab along with personal details. See how the particular program changed. Personal details is being shifted towards the right because I used this /\tab. Okay, now what I prefer is to include one more new line here. We'll go and see the output, how it looks like. See, personal details, and we have two new lines appearing here, and then the name and the place. Now I need to, yes, include something that will be more, make a feeling of something that will make personal details look more appropriate. Just adding a new line here. Okay, so see, this star needs a tab also, so I am going to put a tab here. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. Okay, I'm actually showing you how much variations you can put in to your program so that your output looks appealing to your eyes. See, now don't you feel that there should be a line above the personal details line? Okay, we'll do that. Here I am going to include a new line, maybe one more new line. Let's see how the output comes. Okay, now the name and place I think should be shifted a bit towards the left. Even though if it's not shifted, it's okay. See the output. The output looks better than the first output that we got, right? So, okay, I'll just give a tab here for the name, and a tab here for the place. Since the personal details contains only one tab, I'm going to just give two tabs. So personal details is having two tabs, the name is just having one tab, the place is just having one tab. Every sentences are separated using new line statements inside the printf statement. Okay, new line command inside the printf statements. So we'll go and check to see what the output looks like. Okay, see, this also need one more tab. So I think now, yes, see, the output is okay. The output is okay for me, it looks okay for me. You can add in any informations that needs to be printed. You can just go check to print maybe your age, in which college you're studying, like that stuffs. Okay, so this is how printf statement works. Whatever you want to display to the monitor should be written within double quotation marks. And if you need to insert a new line in your program, you can use \n. If you want to insert a new tab, a space in your program, like tab space in your program, that one tab space is equal to 4 normal spaces. Okay, so you can use \t. Okay, this is a program that I will be writing to input a data. Okay, program that shows how to input data. Okay, So yes, again starting with hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, void main. So within the void main, I have to write the commands or the statements that are necessary for this program. Now this program actually shows you how to input data. What are the different methods in which you can input data? The simplest method is to give the value directly when you declare a variable. Okay, what is a variable? For example, here I am just using the data type int. Okay, if I am saying that I am using one variable a with the type int, I should write the statement int a and terminate it with a semicolon. If I need to have I need to input two data. Okay, I should use two variables along with its data type. Okay, and put a semicolon. If I need 5 data, I can just use whatever variable names I need. Here it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there are 5 variables mentioned here in this declaration statement along with its type, and you have to terminate it with a semicolon. So how much ever data you need in your program, you need to specify that many variables in this first statement that you write within your main function. Okay, so that statement is actually known as the local declaration statement, where you are actually declaring the variables that you need to use, locally within this particular function. Here in this program, we are only considering the main function. So inside the main function, how much ever data you need to input, how much ever data you need to process and produce the output, that many number of variables should be mentioned as the first statement along with its data type. Okay, I hope you understood my point. Now I am just going to erase everything. I just need one variable a here. Okay, so I am declaring that I am going to use a variable a. Okay, now what is the simplest method in which you can give a value to a? The simplest method is to give it directly here, a equal to 5. You have assigned a value 5 to the variable a. So this is one type of inputting data into a variable. But usually when we do programs, we use another statement known as Scanf to input values to specific variables. So I am going to write that function here, scanf, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, terminate it with a semicolon. Okay, so see the order in which I am writing scanf. Then come within the parenthesis, put a double quotation marks. Okay, so within the double quotation marks, you have to specify something known as format specifier. You are actually specifying what is the format of the data that you are going to input. Okay, put a comma and write your variable a. This variable should be preceded by an ampersand symbol. So this is the rule in which you have to write this scanf statement. Okay. Now what is the significance of this ampersand? Okay. Here you have declared just one variable and you are going to input a value for that particular variable. But when you specify that variable inside scanf function, you are not only specifying the variable name but also the address, the memory location of that variable. And to specify the memory location, we have to have this ampersand symbol. Okay, so please remember, in printf statements we don't usually use ampersand symbol, but in scanf statement, in order to indicate where this particular value should go and get stored, we need to have a memory address really associated with this particular variable name. So that memory address, to indicate that memory address, we use ampersand symbol. how many variables you need to input, or how many variables you are trying to how many data you are trying to input in one particular scanf. That many format specifiers should be written within the double quotation marks. Suppose if I have two variables, I need to input values for two variables, I can write a 2%d inside double quotation marks and specify the address of that particular variable here too. See, if I have three variables, I should have three format specifiers specified inside the double quotation marks along with the three memory addresses to where the value should be stored. See, okay, so so this is how we write scanf statements. I am just considering int, and that is the reason why I have written %d. If I am writing float, if I am going to input float variables, then this %d should be changed to %f. Okay, I hope you are understanding. Okay, so I'm just converting it to int again because explaining int will be easier because I'm doing this for the first time. Okay, so in order to view whatever we have inputted, we have to have a printf statement. So inside the printf statement, I am going to print okay, using a new line in between. I'm going to print whatever I have inputted. Okay, let's see the output, how it comes. Let me add a new line here also, otherwise it will come adjacent to the last number that we have inputted. Okay, yes, there are no errors. Moving on to, okay, let me just input 6, 7 and 8. I'll get an output 6, 7 and 8. I hope that the output is clear, you can see it. Okay, so see, I've included an extra printf statement where I've written the numbers are and a colon, so that my output will be more clean. Okay, let's go and see how the output looks like. Enter the numbers. I'm going to enter the number 6, press enter 7, press enter 8. Okay, the numbers are 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so I hope that you got my explanation correctly about scanf and printf statement. Okay, now suppose if I am converting this int, I'm changing this into float. That means now A, B and C are float variables. Okay, so if I am converting it to float, then my format specifiers should also indicate the type float, which is %f. So I've changed %d to %f, and in the output also I am going to change all these to f. Okay, see, in the scanf statement also I've changed, and in the final printf statement also I've changed %d to %f. Now let's see how the input comes. Okay, sorry, the output comes. Okay, so I'm compiling the program. Yes, there are no errors. I'm going to run the program and I am going to insert the same numbers. 6, remember my data type is float, but now I am entering it as 6, 7 and 8, where we can see that 6, 7, 8 are just integers. They are not float. When you see here, I have not used 6.0, 7.0, 8.0. I have not entered like that. But see, when the numbers are displayed, it automatically gets typecasted or converted into float numbers. Okay, so I hope you understood that. Even if you enter pure integers in the scanf statement, this format specifier does the remaining job of converting that integer values into its appropriate floating point numbers. Okay, so you can do like this. Okay, once more I'm going to run the program to make you understand how to enter float numbers. Enter the numbers. I'm going to enter a number 23.56, 48.9876, and maybe 22.897. See the approximation that the compiler is doing. 23.56 is converted to 23.559999. Now don't think that this will be the final result in all the compilers. Depending upon the compiler, the output varies, you know, the approximation, the precision made varies. So don't mind that. Anyway, when you're doing your programs, mostly you will be using int data type, but there will be circumstances where you will be forced to use float. Like either like when you do a program, you actually want some result but you're not getting that result, you can, and if you feel that it is because of the data type that you have used, you can go change the data type and check whether you are getting the your desired result. Okay, so I hope this is okay for you. I hope you understood how to input values and to output them properly. So according to your requirement, you can use new line escape sequence and tab escape sequence to make your output look more appealing to your eyes. Okay, so here I have inputted all the numbers in one scanf statement. You can do this separately. See, for example, I am going to repeat these two lines here. Okay, and I am going to use just one percentage f, enter the first number, enter the second number. See how specifically we can transform our program. Okay, so here the first number ampersand a will be entered. The number entered will be passed on to the memory location ampersand a, and for the second number, let's choose ampersand b. Yes, now one more copy paste will do my job. Okay, here I'm going to use ampersand c. Okay, so let's go and see how my output changes. Children, I am trying to make you understand the various methods in which you can write the scanf and the printf statements. There is no rule that you have to follow what is taught to you. You can choose any method, but your output should be appealing to the eyes. Your output should be perfect with no errors. Okay, so and come here, look at the output screen. It's written enter the first number, so I'm going to enter 45.3 because my data type was float. I'm just entering a float and explicit float number. Now next, when I press enter, I get enter the second number. So see here, it's more clear to the programmer sitting in front of the output screen what to enter. Like you are going to enter the second number, you're going to enter the first number. It's the program or the output interaction is becoming more crisp and clear. So I prefer doing like this. When whatever program you want to write, how much ever inputs you want to give into, write separately. Okay, so that you'll study. It's better for you beginners to study also. So, sorry, this is like enter the third number. Okay, 67.9. So you get the numbers are okay. So here I did not change the second to third. That's what happened. Okay. So I hope you got my point about scanf and how what are the different variations in which you can write scanf.